There is just something about a 90s JDM car. All right. I have waited a very long time to drive this car and I'm extremely excited. Here is a 1992 Toyota Cressida. The Cressida is in this very weird space in the automotive world. Copyright infringement. The Cressida is in a very weird spot in the automotive industry for Toyota because a lot of people see these as sporty, big sedan cars, very much like the Nissan Laurel, the Chaser, the Soarers, all that good stuff. But the Cressida has basically the biggest sleeper factor, I think, in my opinion. So let's go for a drive. You know, sometimes tuning software can be really overly complicated, but that is why today's video is brought to you by HB Tuners. HB Tuners is an incredibly user-friendly data logging software and tuning software that I've been using for practically a decade now. I personally use it on all my Ford products, but they have a whole list of brands where you can use their software and their tools. And HB Tuners makes things easy using the most sophisticated OBD interface out there, the MPVI3. All you gotta do is plug in your MPVI3, plug it into your laptop, and you're good to go. There are several occasions where if I didn't have HB Tuners, I probably would have lost a motor by checking in on the data, tweaking the tune for perfection. So whenever I need to data log, tweak, or just check in, HB Tuners has my back. So make sure to head to the link in the description below and check out HB Tuners for your project and let them know that I sent you. Once again, huge thanks to HB Tuners for sponsoring today's video. Thank you guys so much, and on to the video. So what do we have powering this Cressida? It's starting to rain, so that is not good. And I will tell you why it's not good, because this car pushes 30 pounds of boost and 820 wheel horsepower. And it didn't rain all day until I started driving this car.
I'm in danger.
So this is powered by a built 1.5J single turbo inline six. So if you don't know what 1.5J is, take the head of the 1JZ inline six, which you'd find in some earlier Toyota cars, and you take the bottom end of the 2JZ that you found in, say, the Mark IV Supra, and you have a baby. And what that does is create a very high revving, but very harmonic, beautiful experience. There is literally nothing in the world that sounds like a 1.5J. It screams and typically revs over 8,000 RPM. I absolutely adore that he basically has the stock wheels on this thing too. So, or just OEM Toyota wheels, and it's so unsuspecting, man. This thing cruising down the road with its simple grille, its simple headlights. The back of this car is very tasteful. It's not overzealous. This thing feels like it was meant to be a commuter car, and it just wasn't. Everybody took the Cressida and made them drift cars, drag cars, you name it. People have done it to the Cressida. It's so quiet. Mike wants to be a ninja in this thing and hurt some feelings. This is one of those cars that if you were to get beat by, you would just not know what happened. You would have no idea. It's got this really cool digital dash display right in front of me, but it simulates the Mark III Supra's dash, which is really neat. It's also got what is essentially the Toyota Supra steering wheel and also the MR2 steering wheel. It's very signature 90s 3-spoke Toyota steering wheel. No buttons, all business. The interior is, wow, this interior has held up extraordinarily well since 1992. These cloth seats are extraordinarily comfy. The door cards, sure, they got the 90s stains and everything else, but everything still works. We also have a Tremec T56 transmission, which is now a very common transmission swap for the JZs, because for the longest time, you could only really use the R154 from, say, the Mark III Supra, or the CD009, which is from the Nissan 350Z. But now people are taking the T56 Magnum and mating them to the JZs. The Tremec Trans is super notchy. It's intense. It also has a McLeod twin disc and a built rear differential. So this thing, everything's been touched. Absolutely everything's been touched. The clutch release is at the very, very top. So just when you think you're doing things wrong and you might be in the wrong gear, the car starts to move, and it's really easy to cruise. However, the 1.5J has basically one fault. If it's got a big turbo, it's gonna be a little laggy. However, when you get into boost, and it gets into boost violently, it's a ton of fun. It's a ton of drama and a ton of fun. This incredible inline-6 turbo in front of you, making all the best noises, and your homies could be in the back, 4 deep, rolling deep. The brakes are actually from a Z32 Nissan 300ZX, really common swap. I have Z32 brakes on my Nissan 240SX. It's a very affordable way to have big brakes on a lot of these older JDM cars that were never meant to have a zillion horsepower. I love how unassuming this thing is, and nobody knows how crazy it is. This thing is silent but deadly. Recently, I drove a very similar car to this called a Toyota Soarer with a nearly identical engine setup, and it screamed and did all these things. That one got me. This is a fire-breathing monster out the back, but you don't hear much inside the car. It's like the complete opposite. I absolutely loved when I did that first pull that a big old fireball came out the back. And it's not like an annoying BMW burble tune. It's like a satisfying pop. Nothing like a rainy day in an 820 wheel horsepower car. You could absolutely daily drive this thing. I'm really impressed with how put together this thing feels. That is nuts, dude. It's so fast, it's so stealthy at the same time. Not like EV stealthy, we all know this, but... Spinning. Woo! Okay, it's coming. The rain's coming down now. This is the ultimate test of my bravery and my stupidity all at the same time. Sketch, man. I'm doing a rolling burnout at a number. Of course, Mike was like, oh yeah, don't worry about the rain. It's really fun in the rain. It's really fun in the rain, Mike. Okay, it is fun. It is really fun. I'm not gonna lie. But it's terrifying at the same time in the best way. Woo! Crazy. This thing is so subtle in comparison to the Soarer I did, my God. So the Tremec gearing actually really helps out the JZ as well, because you can just reel this thing out and really modulate your throttle rather than having Spin City, especially in the rain, but especially having Spin City with the JZ, because this thing with its big turbo absolutely goes bananas, right? But it gives me the ability to stay in gear and and stay together. Also, you might notice that the trans and everything's making quite a bit of noise, but Mike assured me 100 million times that it's normal, don't worry about it, it's not me, it's you. But Mike assured me 100,000 million times it's normal, I didn't break anything, it's just part of the game with this swap sometimes. Okay, that's a good Cressida. That's enough. I've been mean to you. It's coming down harder and harder, so on that note, 1992 Toyota Cressida, 1.5J, 820 wheel horsepower. What did I think of it? Well, the transmission suits the JZ a lot. Mike really built a heck of a car. He really did. And I love how everything in the interior is OEM. I love how nobody would know what hit him if Mike came up and just threw down. It drives really well. It cruises really well. It's very comfortable. He drove this 3 hours the other day, man. Well, 6-hour round trip, and it was just fine. And huge thanks to Mike for coming out one more time, letting me drive his car in the rain. This man just went into Tijuana Flats, a Mexican place, to grab dinner and said, go have fun. That's how cool Mike is.
I felt bad once it started raining.
Right, dude. The moment I pulled out, I'm like, no way, man. Oh, say hi, Mike.
Dude, this thing, I mean, I'm glad you still drove it.
We made
no. Thing.
Oh no, dude. He's like, oh, you don't have AC. I'm like, do you know how often I don't have AC?
Though. It's so annoying.
It's okay, man. It's okay. No, the weather's now cool now, right?
Yep.
No, dude, your car is like silent but deadly. When it comes to a 1.5J, I'd be so mad if this thing came up on me and just smacked me.
That's the problem with it. Nobody wants to like mess with me.
You're like, give me the bait.
Yes.
Give me the bait. But dude, thank you so much. Seriously,
dude,
it was so
man.
much fun, dude. And on that note, I typically upload on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And I will see you guys next time. Take it easy. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.